Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Carla Salinas, and summer is right around the corner, and we're showing you how to keep cool from the Texas heat. A tasty ice cream parlor serving up a frozen treat this summer, and it comes with an RGB twist. Plus, a 50-year-old Billard place in Brownsville. But first, mesquite trees are all across the valley, and a ranch in Edinburgh is using the mesquite to make unique items. Welcome to the Capadona Ranch. You've probably seen plenty of mesquite trees in Texas. Actually, out of all the mesquite trees in the nation, Texas has 76% of them. However, mesquite doesn't always have the best rep, and farmers even call it the devil trees. But to Native Indians who once roamed Texas, it was called the Tree of Life. This is the Capadona Ranch in Linn, Texas, where they're turning these mesquite trees into jelly, coffee, tea, flour, soap, and even lotion. And it all started with Victoria Capadona in the summer of 2012.
We were going through a heavy drought. The land, it was barren and dry, and my father-in-law, Fred, had come over, and I had said, God, Fred, everything's so dead. But the only thing green is a mesquite tree, and he's got these beans, and they look like Christmas trees in July, you know? Can anyone do anything with the beans?
Victoria didn't know then the level of success she was about to tap into, because the answer to her question is yes. Someone can do something with this mesquite, but it's gonna take a special someone with lots of personality, with big Texas hair and colorful glasses, who doesn't take no for an answer.
And I was like, all right, and looked on the internet and how to harvest and got some ideas, and we went out for the first time and harvested mesquite beans. We came back, worked on a couple of different recipes that I found, and we ended up making our first batch of mesquite bean jelly.
That's right, it all started with the jelly, or how she calls it, Texas Gold. It's rich in flavor and it's sweet but not overbearing. You can choose the original, or if you're feeling brave, the chile piquin version. The success of the jelly led Victoria to making even more products like the mesquite bean flour.
And what we found out through the years is that mesquite flour, when we mill it into flour, it's considered a superfood. That's really something very interesting that I knew nothing about, and a lot of people don't know.
All of the products that Victoria makes are made by milling mesquite beans into a fine powder in their barn. So Victoria, along with her husband Justin, showed us around the ranch, and we got to see all of the mesquite trees they have here at the ranch. We arrived at the barn and saw it's truly a family effort to mill these beans. After this is milled, it's put into big blue containers to make that magic. And to show just how easy it is to incorporate that mesquite flour, Victoria and I decided to make some mesquite power balls.
And here we have a perfect little snack.
That's really good. After a long day of riding around at the ranch and being in the kitchen, it was time for a Texas tea party.
Cheers!
Everything we ate had mesquite: the ribs glaze, the chicken seasoning, the flour, and the quiche, and the coffee and tea was to die for. And the only thing left to do is for you to try these mesquite bean products for yourself. From creating their own soft serve to perfecting their chamoy sauce, this place is going to have you screaming for more ice cream. Take 5's Rita Garcia visits Dairy Chopos in McAllen.
In my opinion, there's no better way to beat the Texas heat than with some ice cream. Today I'm at Dairy Chopos in McAllen, where they make fresh ice cream out of fruit.
Ever had a craving for days and felt like it would never go away? I think we may have found the cure for you. Dairy Chopos is a family-owned business that originated in Rio Bravo, Mexico, and now there are 2 locations in Mission and McAllen. Brothers Jaime and Rene Martinez Canales says what makes them different is their fresh ingredients.
We actually use the real fruit to make our ice cream. So we use real mango right now, that's seasoned mango. We're cutting about 3 tons to 5 tons every month, so we can have enough mango for all year long. So whenever, like in August or September, when there is no more mango market, we already have it there, we defreeze it and we make our ice cream. Every single ice cream that we make has real fruit, and we make it from scratch.
The people have loved it. The mission and the McAllen people have bring the love to us. We have a lot of people coming to Corpus Christi, Bronzeville, Roma.
Jaime tells us that Dairy Chopos started off as a hobby for his father, and it was his mother who decided to bring it over to the RGV. He says she creates all of the ice cream recipes.
Then my mom came out with the idea of making a chamoy ice cream, and that's how the mango chamoy was born.
So I had to ask, what does a chopo mean?
In Mexico, this little thing is called a chopo. So dairy chopos, it's like swirls.
Jaime then challenged me to a chopo off to see who can get the best swirl.
All the trick is on the wrist.
Okay.
Okay, so see how I do it closely, so you can do yours just like perfect, like this one.
I had high hopes, but unfortunately, I fell short.
Now I'm nervous because yours was so good. Let's see how mine's gonna look. Okay. Okay.
I'm in.
I mean, maybe not the best, but it's there. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
Are you proud of me?
Yeah, I think it's a really good step.
It's a good start.
Dairy Chopos offers more than just fruit ice cream. They have specialty drinks and snacks made with fresh corn that is imported from Mexico.
Well, I will tell you that everyone is invited to come. Everyone's welcome. We will attend every single customer the same because we love our customers. We're nothing without them. You guys are missing out if you don't come. I swear to God, it's gonna change your life.
If you're a chamoy and snack lover, Dairy Chopos is located on Sherry Road in Mission and on 10th Street in McAllen. For Take 5, I am Trista Castillo.
What better way to enjoy an ice cream than with the ocean breeze of South Padre Island? The City of South Padre Island Fire Department is hosting their Junior Lifeguard program, and here to tell us all about it is Pedro Casillas, Beach Patrol Lieutenant. Pedro, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit about this junior program.
Yeah, it's an awesome program, and the best thing about it, it's free for the public. What the Junior Lifeguard program consists of is teaching kids that know how to swim, how to become lifeguards. And it's from kids from ages 10 to 15, and the beauty about it is you get to learn these skills they could use for the rest of your life. The image behind it is that when they practice these skills, once they turn 16, they could be a full-time lifeguard with us. And like I said, it is free for the public. And all you have to do is sign up is email me at pcasillas@myspi.org, and I send you a Google form and you sign up. And what it consists of is basically training them how to use a buoy, how to use a rescue board. We teach them the basics of CPR and first aid. And it's all over the course of 2 weeks. It's the last 2 weeks of June, happens every year. So if you don't get to join this year, you can always join next year. And it'll be from June 19th to June 30th. And it's 3 days a week. We do have limited spots. There's about 20 spots available, and then we split them into 2 different groups. So you either be in a Monday, Wednesday, Friday course or a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday class.
Now, Pedro, you mentioned that this is for kids that already know how to swim. Is there a prerequisite that they kind of have to qualify for this program?
Yes, there is. Unfortunately, I'm not there to teach them how to swim. I have to have kids who know how to swim, how to be lifeguards. So the prerequisite is a 100-meter swim in 5 minutes, and they have to tread water for 5 minutes. And they can do both those things successfully, and they're able to join the program. Once you turn 16, they're able to apply to be a full-time lifeguard. It's a seasonal job. It's the best summer job you can have in this area. A lot of college kids do it throughout their college years because it is seasonal, so it's awesome. And a lot of high school kids as well. And we've had about 4 junior lifeguards that have graduated from the program that have been through the our full-time program now.
That's so awesome. Not to mention, it sounds like so much fun and just a great way to get kids out there, you know? Not a lot of kids can swim nowadays.
It is. Not a lot of kids can swim nowadays. And if you're out there, you know how to swim, I need you, all right? So like, it's a great program. We have lots of fun. We're on the beach, we're in the waves, and you know, we're just enjoying the area that's around us.
Now, as a lifeguard yourself, do you have any tips for parents watching this right now?
Absolutely, guys. We're very fortunate to be able to go to South Padre Island with just a drive away. There's people from all across Texas, all across the nation that come and visit this beautiful beach. So if you're out there and you're gonna be visiting, I know Memorial Day weekend's coming up. When you're out there, if you don't know how to swim, don't go into the water. If you are going to the water, go with a buddy, and most importantly, make a plan. So when you're in the water, tell your mom or tell your kid, hey, go in there, and when you get to a certain point, come back out, check with us, and then go back in.
Those are great tips, Pedro. Now, one more time, where can people find you if they do want to join that lifeguard program?
Absolutely. You can email me at pcasillas@myspi.org.
Thank you so much for joining us, Pedro. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, but mental health should be a priority all year long. How this clinic is providing free services for the uninsured. Empowering the RGV is next. Plus, a Billard Room that's 50 years old. It's a place you're gonna want to check out. And this point is about educator started her career at 19. After almost 5 decades, she says it doesn't feel like work. Her story is next on Made in the 956 Extra.
Hope Family Health Center is a clinic providing medical and counseling services to the uninsured. And here to talk to us about the services and how they're helping the community is Rosemary Lopez. Thank you so much for joining us, Rosemary.
Thank you for having us.
All right, tell us, what is Hope's mission?
So our mission is basically to reach out to the people who don't have insurance or who are low of income. A lot of the times people need counseling and they don't know where to go. So that's why we like coming into this public announcement so that we can let the community know that there's free counseling. One of the things that we focus in is grief, anger. We do a little bit of counseling of just depending on what the client has to come with. I am licensed under substance use and drugs and alcohol, so I also do that type of counseling as well. We service from any age from 6-year-old up. There's no certain criteria. It's just basically if you need counseling, if you just need someone to talk to, we are there for you. A lot of the people, they come in with trauma. They come in with a lot of the things that are molding them on who they are today, right? And unfortunately, even though that has happened, I always let them know that we don't have to talk about the past, but our goal is to meet them where they are now and how they can better establish themselves for their future. It's just basically how can we help you in the time being right now, and what would you like to change? You know, I always redirect them back to the client's purpose and just meet them where they are.
And if somebody's watching right now and they're not sure if they need to, see you or see someone for help, are there any signs that, that you guys look out for, or say, okay, if you experience this, come see us?
Yeah, so I mean, there are signs that we can automatically tell, like someone who's struggling with depression, anxiety. You notice the signs from they were living a certain lifestyle to now things has changed. Less eating, more eating, less sleeping, more sleeping. It just depends on what they're going through. We are professionals. We did study this. We are licensed to counsel. So it just basically depends on what they want to change. If you notice yourself feeling with low self-esteem, at any age, any barrier that is currently happening in your life, it's always okay to talk about it, and we're here for you. The only requirement is that someone does not have insurance and that they are of low income.
Where do they contact you?
So they can contact us to our office through social media too. They can reach out to us on Facebook, even email, so they can contact us through those ways too.
Thank you so much, Rosemary, for what you're doing and for empowering the RGV.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
I'm here with Channel 5 News Morning anchor Trey Sednut. So Trey, I hear a counselor over at Point Isabel ISD is celebrating a really special milestone.
Yes, that's right. So Rita Garcia is celebrating 50 years at the same district. She started there as a paraprofessional when she was just 19 years old. Now, Rita eventually got her degree and became a teacher, and years later, she found even more of her passion through counseling. Right now, she's the counselor at Port Isabel Junior High School, and her way of counseling is simple. She says it's all about love, acceptance, and understanding. So after my interview with her, I stopped by the principal's office to ask her what it means to have a counselor like Rita on her staff.
I'm honored and privileged to be working with her. She's a fantastic role model to me. She grew up in the area. She is from here. She has a vested interest in watching the children grow and become productive citizens. So I'm honored to work with her every day. She talks me through some difficult times with the students. She helps me with parents. She not only helps me, she helps the district when there are deaths, births, everything. So she's a great person.
Wow, 50 years. And of course, right now she has her students affected by what's been going on in Laguna Heights. Yeah. So she must be so careful to be helping the students and really trying to do whatever she can.
Yeah, and I reached out to her and she said right now her students are going through a lot that they've never experienced before. So right now is a really important time to kind of just be there for everyone. And like I said, she just is all about empathy, understanding, and just listening to what they need. And that's exactly what she's doing for the community there.
Wow, really great. Well, Trey, we want to thank you, of course, for joining us again this week. We'll see you next time for more Made in the 956 Extra.
Why play pool on your phone when you can experience a billiards room? We'll tell you all about it next. After 50 years, this place is still calling the shots. Photojournalist Rick Velasquez gives us a look at the Billard Room in Brownsville.
My name is Carlos de la Rosa. I'm here at the Billard Room in Brownsville, Texas. We've been running this business for about 50 years now. It started back in '73. My dad originally is the one that opened the business. He had a passion for billiards at a very young age, and he used to tell me that back then there was no places to play billiards other than maybe downtown in what they used to call a pool hall. His dream was to provide a family place to where he would improve the image of billiards. It was just a small place, 6 tables. It grew to what it is now, which is 18 pool tables. It takes a little bit of skill, but it's something that's easy to learn. Some people are afraid maybe of trying it because they don't know how to do it, but after a little bit of practice, I mean, it's just a matter of, finding the right weight on the cue stick. You just come in, you rent the table, you get the rack of balls, you get the cue sticks off the wall, and then you just do your best to try and play the game. If anyone needs instructions on how to play a game or what types of games to play, our staff here kind of knows and kind of help you out and tell you what 8 ball is about, what 9 ball is about, how to play 8 ball, how to play 9 ball. And so those are the kind of the more popular games that are played. I talk to customers all the time that either went to a local high school or local junior high and remember coming here when they were in high school and they were in junior high. I've got lots of friends that come repeatedly now, and now they bring their sons or daughters to come in and play. So that's kind of neat to see a second generation come in and to play pool that their parents used to enjoy themselves when they were young. My favorite part is to be able to provide something nice for the community, because if we had decided to close, this wouldn't be here. We'd have one less spot or one less place to go to in town. And so just the fact that we could keep it open and continue to provide a nice place. Just like people from Brownsville go to McAllen to have a good time, I mean, there's no reason why people from McAllen can't come down to Brownsville to do the same. So we're here and we're available for anyone that wants to come try it from the Valley, Harlingen, McAllen, anywhere in the Rio Grande Valley. We've got a great place, beautiful place to come in and enjoy yourself. We kind of like to start at about 13 years old and higher as far as age groups, but other than that, everyone's welcome, and we're here to serve and to help you have a nice time.
When Take 5 returns, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and the classics. This place has got it all. The details next. Whether it be to keep your little one entertained or yourself, this place is going to fill you with nostalgia, but also create new memories. Check out photojournalist Rick Velasquez's visit to the arcade room in McAllen.
My name is Chris Rodriguez. I am one of the owners here at the Flux. The Flux is the home of the $5 arcade. So here at the Flux, we have vintage arcades video games, toys, cards, collectibles, all the goodness, comic books, everything you want. What we do is we sell your childhood. So we have vintage stuff. Stuff like this is what we have. This is what we pride ourselves on. Finding stuff like this is very hard. These are dying breeds. These are dying things. You don't see them anymore. They're going extinct. We have arcades in the back. We have roughly around 25, give or take. They are vintage, so they're all old school. So you're going to be getting old school feel. You're going to come in, you're going to play old school arcades. Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, all that goodness we have in the back. You pay $5, you play all day, or as long as you want. Come and go as you please all day. So you can go out to eat, you can come back, anything, and you'll be able to come back with your wristband through the whole day. So $5 all day. The Flux has been around for quite a while now. It was just a couple of guys trying to figure out, one sells toys, the other one has arcades. And we're like, you know what? What if we put them together? Many, many, many moons ago, when there was a place called the Central Mall, I had a place there called the One Stop Shop. And it was very similar to what you see here, except we didn't have the arcades. That was my dream. Being able to get here where we're at now is like super rewarding. One of the cool things is when you see somebody come in, the coolest thing is seeing, father and son, mom, child, anybody, like the parents and the kids coming in, and the parents saying, this is what I used to do. The Flux is love, love is a flux. I'm saying that because that's kind of a slogan that we have here. Love is everything, everything. You get everything with love. And come to the Flux and be a part of the Flux family. We'll take care of you, we'll make sure we take care of you. We'll go above and beyond for you guys, because if it isn't for people that don't come in here, we wouldn't even be here. So the Flux is love, and we love everyone.
And here's a look at what's going on across the RGV. If you're a nature enthusiast, the Santa Ana Wildlife Refugee Park will have free entry Sunday, June 4th. They have free admission every first Sunday of the month. The food bank of the RGV is kicking off their Empty Bowls season. Join for a paint party kickoff on June 3rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be a $10 donation to cover the cost of supplies. For more information, visit foodbankrgv.com. Thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Next week, we're preparing a cinematic show you don't want to miss. Until then, I hope you guys have a great week.